make sure that you're on the right side of the algorithm update. We're going to talk about how to laser focus your marketing efforts so that you're not you don't feel like you're chasing all these shiny objects. I want you to know the one thing that you can actually do, the one strategy you can implement to drive more paying customers to your business immediately. I know as a small business owner, you don't want to wait for a strategy to take 60 days to actually start to work. You want to start seeing new customers coming to your business right now, like yesterday. So we're going to talk about the strategy that's going to allow that to happen for you. We're going to go over 5 steps to implementing that strategy quickly so that you're not, again, kind of dragging this out and, not seeing results immediately. We're going to talk about the 5 practical steps that you can take starting today to drive new customers to your business. Now, the recent updates that I want you to be aware of on both Facebook and Instagram, and these are directly from Facebook. This isn't hearsay. This isn't, my interpretation of what's going on. These were actually updates announced by Facebook directly. Some updates that are going to into effect on with the Facebook algorithm. So these recent updates include, number 1, posts that include longer videos with higher completion rates are going to show up higher in the news feeds. We're going to go over that and exactly what that means on the next slide. The second update, Facebook is going to show preference to posts that provide authentic and timely content. We're going to go over what that means as well. And we're also going to go over a few features that are going to improve the number of people that can see what you're posting and how you can kind of leverage those new features, not only to be seen, because it's great if people actually see your posts, right? And it's great if they engage with your post, but it's even better if they act, if they actually purchase from you, right? Spend money with you. That's the overall goal for everything that we're doing on social media, right? So we are going to discuss that as well. So now we're going to dive into these updates. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and type them into the chat box, and I'll try to get to those. But like I said, we've got a ton of content to cover today. So first up is one of the updates that Facebook announced that it's going to give priority to longer videos with higher completion rates. So videos that are longer than 90 seconds, videos that users actually watch more than 60% of. So you want to be creating videos, and it doesn't have to be, something that you have someone produce. It doesn't have to be something that, from a videographer. This can be something that you record on your iPhone and post to your timeline, that sort of thing. So it needs to be longer than 90 seconds. And our goal is that users view at least 60% of the video, so they finish the majority of the video. So videos that meet those 2 criteria are going to be bumped up in the news feed. More people are going to see them. Another change that Facebook recently announced that's going to go into effect is it's going to prioritize authentic posts. So Facebook determines whether or not a post is authentic based on user behavior, so how people are engaging with the post. So it's going to penalize those posts with negative feedback. So if someone sees your post and immediately unlikes your page or hides the post, then those types of posts are going to be deprioritized and not going to get much reach. If your post is deemed to be overly promotional in nature, it's going to be penalized as well. So we've talked about this several times if you've attended a webinar in the past, but a lot of people kind of forget about it. So I just want to go over the overly promotional post rule that went into effect in January. So the overly promotional post rule says that if your post is created for the sole purpose of pushing people to buy a product or service, so if you have an outbound link going to your website, your product pages, your blog, that sort of thing, it's going to be deemed overly promotional in nature. Posts that push people to enter promotions, giveaways, or contests, those are going to be deemed as overly promotional in nature. Posts that encourage people to like, share, or comment, those are going to be flagged as overly promotional and deprioritized in the newsfeed. So why did Facebook create this overly promotional post rule? Well, it was really to help users have a better experience on the platform. So there are over 1.3 billion users on Facebook, and the average Facebook user, 75% of Facebook users actually log into the platform every single day. Go ahead and type into the chat. This is I love always seeing the answer to this question. How many times a day do you think the average Facebook user and Instagram user refreshes their feed? Go ahead and type into the chat what you think the number of how many times someone refreshes in a day. I would love to see what you think. Twice, 100 times or more, 20 times. Okay, so the answer is that the average Facebook user, the average Instagram user, refreshes their feed 11 to 15 times a day. So 75% of users are logging into the platform every single day, and they're refreshing their feeds 11 to 15 times a day. So Facebook wants to keep that up because there's really no other social media platform that has as many active users who are actively checking their feeds, logging in every single day. So Facebook wants to keep it that way. It wants to keep people coming back. So it wants to make sure that all users have a really great experience. So Facebook is constantly surveying users, and this is what it found when it surveyed users prior to January when the overly promotional post rule went into effect. So the survey found, as a part of an ongoing survey, we asked hundreds of thousands of people how they feel about the content in their news feeds. People told us they wanted to see more stories from friends and pages they care about and less promotional content. So that's why the overly promotional post rule went into effect. Now, just something that I want you to know, not to scare you and not to, make you feel uncomfortable, but if you are continuing to post overly promotional content on your page, Facebook is going to kind of flag your page as a whole and start to deprioritize any post that you post in the future. So it's really important to get on the right side of the algorithm. Start posting engaging content, authentic and timely content, so that you can kind of get on the right side of the algorithm and your post can be shown to more people. So just something to keep in mind as you're creating your content going forward. Another type of post that Facebook is going to prioritize. So if you post something that's timely, it's automatically going to be bumped up higher in the newsfeed, so more people are going to see it. So posts that are of immediate interest, posts that talk about current events or trending topics. So Facebook is going to be looking for, specific keywords. We just had a hurricane. If you're talking about a hurricane, if that kind of relates directly to your business, or if, you're posting something about that, then that's going to be a trending topic, and you're going to see, more. Your post is going to be prioritized in the newsfeed. It's going to be rewarded because you're featuring a trending topic. Now, I'm not telling you to jump on the bandwagon and just post about every type of trending topic that you see or that you think of or that you hear about. Only post things that are relevant to your business, but try to tie in current events and timely topics and that sort of thing to increase your visibility and prioritize your post higher in the newsfeed. So now I know a lot of people nearly want to pull their hair out because of the changes that go into effect on Facebook all the time. And so a lot of people moved over to Instagram, 18 months ago or so. They said, you know what, it is just too hard to get any visibility on Facebook. I'm moving over to Instagram. But Instagram has also implemented several algorithm updates that prioritize the same types of content now that Facebook does. Facebook owns Instagram, so the same type of content that Facebook is rewarding and placing higher in the feed also applies to Instagram as well. So you want to make sure that you're posting, highly engaging, authentic, and timely type of content so that you can be prioritized in the feed as well. And a lot of people, it seemed like everybody was on Facebook. All the small businesses were using Facebook and having really great luck for a while. And then they moved over to Instagram. And then, some changes kind of went into effect on Instagram, and it became harder for you to be visible on Instagram. And so what a lot of people did is they started creating Facebook groups. And Facebook groups have been really great for a long time with visibility. Your post being seen and that sort of thing. But now Facebook has also updated its algorithm to apply the same types of restrictions and, kind of rewards and deprioritization to groups as well. So reach and visibility for groups is the lowest it's been in about 18 months. So the same rules that apply to business pages, what you're posting on your business page, also now applies to groups. So The only way to really make sure that your posts are being seen is to make sure that you're complying with the algorithm changes. Test out video, make sure that you're posting authentic and timely content, and take advantage of a couple of new features that Facebook has put into play to allow you to engage even better with your ideal customers. So, two of these new features, and they were actually released a little earlier in the year. There are a couple more that were released, and not even everybody has access to them right now. But earlier in 2017, Facebook released two new features: targeting for individual posts and scheduling. So, what you can do now is you can actually create a post on your business page and say, I only want my followers who are interested in this particular type of content to actually see this post. And so what that does is it makes sure that your post is seen by people who would find the content more relevant. So let's say that you own a women's clothing boutique and you cater to different types of customers, right? You have your teenagers, you have your people that really like your shoes and accessories, and you have your people that are maybe, that maybe are in the plus size clothing. If you get a new shipment of plus size clothing, for example, you create a post with some photos. Maybe the teenagers or maybe a specific subset of your audience is not going to be interested in that particular new shipment. But, the ladies that shop with you that maybe are in your plus size range, they're going to find that content highly relevant. So they're more likely to like it or to share it with their friends, that sort of thing. So when Facebook sees more shares, more likes, and more interactions with a particular post, it's going to increase the number of people it allows to see that post. And so what targeting allows you to do is to kind of cater your content to a specific audience to make sure that it's engaging and that you're getting a lot of interaction. So in order to do that, all you would do is go to create a post, and you see this little, it looks like almost like a bullseye or a little thing right there. You'll just click that and you can set some targeting options there. So maybe if you've got a new plus size clothing shipment, you could target people who like your page who also like Lane Bryant, for example. So that would just be one example of how you could use targeting to make sure that your post is highly relevant to a subset of your followers. So another really exciting new feature that Facebook just released, and it's not available to everyone just yet, but if you don't have access to it now, you should in the coming weeks, is that now people can actually engage with what you're posting in the news feed, and you can actually send them a message directly in Messenger. So here's an example of some content that's in the news feed. When a user clicks on it, you can send them something in Messenger, whether it's a discount code or, hey, just wanted to let you know about our new shipment of XYZ product, or, hey, I've got this new special going on for social media management. You get 1 month free when you sign up for a 6-month package, something like that. So that's a really cool new feature, and we're going to talk about how to actually set that up and implement it later on in the webinar. So you can also appear in Messenger. So even if you're not directly sending someone a message, you can get your post to show up actually in the Messenger app. So that's a really cool new feature. So we're going to talk about how to take advantage of that. And another really cool, I know I keep saying it's really cool, but guys, these are some of the most impressive updates that Facebook has brought to the table in nearly 2 years for small business owners. So this really allows us to edge above our competitors and really take advantage of some new opportunities, some new placements and things like that, so that we're more visible to people who are likely to purchase from us. So one of the other features the feature I'm probably most excited about is the full screen experience. So what this allows you to do is to create a post that takes up the entire mobile screen. So you're not competing with anything else. There's nothing else that could kind of catch somebody's eye and they could scroll past you. Once they get to it's called, a collection or a canvas experience. When they get to your full screen canvas, they don't see anything else. So this is a super great way for you to be at the forefront, the only thing that they see, no denying it, no getting past it, that you're right there front and center. So we'll talk about how to implement that full screen experience in just a minute as well. So I know that I'm really excited about all these changes, and I know a lot of people. So tell me, go ahead and type into the chat. Are you excited about these changes, or are you feeling like, more changes, more things to learn? Go ahead, no shame here. This is a safe space. You can be honest. A lot of times what I hear from small business owners is, yeah, that sounds great, but I'm mentally exhausted just thinking about all these changes. How in the world can I implement these into my, like, I don't have time to implement these into my marketing strategy. I don't have the mental space to figure out how to do this. You can do it. You can absolutely do it. You just need to know, like, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, what to do to implement these new changes and to leverage them to attract new customers to your business. And we're going to talk about how to do that in the remainder of the webinar. So this is actually a good thing because it allows you to edge above your competitors. And it also allows you to, I said it before, there are 1.3 billion Facebook users, and 75% of them are logging in every single day. They're, checking their feeds on Instagram and Facebook 11 to 15 times a day. So we kind of have a captive audience on Facebook and Instagram. We've just got to figure out how to get more visible and how to be more engaging with what we're posting so that more people can see us. It's great if we can engage with the people that already like our page and are following us, that kind of thing. But what we really want to do if we want to grow our businesses is to get in front of brand new people who've never heard about us before or who've never purchased from us before. So we have a completely captive audience on Facebook and Instagram. You've just got to learn how to leverage it. So I want to give you some stats on Facebook and Instagram and why this is really where you should be focusing your attention year-round, but especially in the fourth quarter. 60% of consumers say they visit your Facebook page before visiting a brick-and-mortar location. So for those of you that have a brick-and-mortar, 60% of people are going to go check out your Facebook page before they ever set foot inside your location. 80% of consumers are more inclined to purchase from you if they find a credible, authentic Facebook page associated with your business. So how many times do you go out of town or you're searching for a specific type of, a business, before you actually contact them, what do you do first? You're going to maybe Google something that's close by, and then your very next step is going to be that you're going to go visit their Facebook page or their Instagram page or Yelp, something like that, and see, if it's Facebook and Instagram, what kind of content are they posting? Have they posted something recently? Are they still open? So 80% of consumers are more inclined to actually spend money with your business if they find a credible, authentic Facebook page associated with your business. 62% of consumers say Facebook is the most important and useful social media channel to research small business. So people are actively using Facebook and Instagram to research your business. What they find when they look for you is going to determine whether or not they spend money with you. So it's critical that you have a presence and that you're being strategic in your marketing approach. Why is it important that you're being strategic? Without a strategy, you don't have any steps in place to turn these virtual strangers into paying customers. You don't have a plan. You're just throwing, darts at the broadside of a barn. You don't have anything in place to actually make these people want to buy from you. So we've got to implement a strategy and a strategic approach to making sure people are excited to buy from you. So what can you do? This is a lot of information. We talk about strategy and we talk about, what you need to do, but how do you do it? I think that's what I get most annoyed about when I go to webinars and trainings. People talk about strategy and workflows and action steps, but nobody actually gives you the nitty-gritty of, okay, number one, what you're going to do on day one is this. This is what I want you to do on day one to actually implement this strategy. So today we're going to talk about all those steps, exactly what you need to do to start leveraging Facebook and Instagram, take advantage of the new features, and actually do something meaningful that's going to drive paying customers to your website, to your brick and mortar location, or to get people to call you if you offer, services, if you own a spa, or if you are a consultant, things like that, or if you're in sales. I know we've got a lot of people that are in MLMs. I saw somebody was with LuLaRoe, I think, and somebody typed in that they were with Unique. So the strategies we're going to talk about in the next few slides can help you attract new downline reps. They can help you attract new customers. They can help you book parties or trunk shows, whatever you call it in your specific MLM. All of these strategies are absolutely applicable to those types of businesses as well. So I want to share with you some best practices, and then we're going to talk about the steps to implementing them. You want to be sure to stay on the right side of the Facebook and Instagram algorithms. So you want to schedule your posts directly through Facebook. You don't want to schedule them through Hootsuite or Buffer or Edgar or any of those. You want to schedule them directly through Facebook. Facebook deprioritizes posts that come from third-party schedulers. Post manually on Instagram, obviously. Don't include outbound links in your post. Facebook's going to deem those as overly promotional in nature and deprioritize them in the newsfeed. definitely want to use video, but don't include links. Upload your videos directly to Facebook. You want to create content that encourages interaction. Think about the types of content that you share. When you share something, typically it's something you find funny or you find inspirational. It sheds a positive light on you. So you're thinking, oh, when somebody sees this, they're gonna think, oh, she's funny, or oh, that's clever, or that's inspiring. So you want to be posting content that your followers are excited to share with their friends. Featured news, motivational or inspirational topics, things like that. Please, 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 when you leave this webinar, promise me that you will no longer boost posts. They have very low conversion value, easily forgettable, really just a waste of your hard-earned money. And I really don't want you to waste any of your marketing dollars on things that aren't turning Facebook users, virtual strangers, into paying customers for your business. So boosting posts is really not a great use of your marketing dollars. So now, again, I know we've talked about the frustrating parts of Facebook and Instagram and all the changes that have gone into effect, but I want to show you again just really clearly the number of consumers that are actively using social media to make purchase decisions. So according to the June Go Digital study, 62% of consumers are using Facebook to make purchase decisions. 12% are using Pinterest, 11% are using Twitter, and 9% are using Instagram. So Facebook is really the most important place to focus your time, attention, and efforts if you want to attract new customers to your business. If you actually want to drive paying customers to your business, not just people who are going to like your page and kind of, forget about you, that sort of thing. So Facebook and Instagram are very important to your overall marketing strategy for your business. So right now, unfortunately, when you post something on your business timeline, only about 1.6 to 2% of your followers are actually seeing what you're posting. So the number one best way to make sure that you are showing up in the newsfeed is to create sponsored content. Not a boosted post, but actual sponsored content. So the reason that is so important is that 58% of consumers engage with a Facebook ad at least one time before spending money with a small business. So you're missing out on over half of your potential customer base if you are not creating sponsored content on Facebook. It doesn't have to be expensive to do. The average small business owner spends $2 to $5 a day boosting posts. You can spend less than that and achieve better results with sponsored content through Facebook ads. And again, you are really unlocking over 50%, 58% of consumers who want to engage with you the first time on Facebook before purchasing from you. So again, 58% of consumers say they engage with a Facebook ad at least one time before spending money with a small business. So what's the solution to all of this? You've got to show up at the top of the newsfeed starting today. So if you look at your newsfeed, if you're on desktop, if you're on mobile, don't click out of this because I don't know if you could get disconnected, that sort of thing. But when we get done with the webinar, take a look at the Facebook app. When you scroll through, you refresh your feed. The first thing that you see is either going to be a business that you've said that you always want to see their content, or it'll be a post from a friend or family member. That second spot of content is going to be a sponsored post. So we want you to show up in that spot so that people don't continue scrolling. I mean, we want you front and center so that no one can deny, no one can forget about you, no one can not know what you offer. We want you to be in that second spot. So you got to get in the second spot in the news feed. You need to start building momentum starting today. Going into the fourth quarter, as the fourth quarter wears on, things get more and more competitive. It's really important that you start building your momentum right now and implementing strategies to drive paying customers to your business starting today so that as things get more competitive, you're not kind of left thinking, oh gosh, what am I going to do to get more customers through the door or calling me, that sort of thing. You really want to edge above your competitors who aren't taking advantage of the new features that are available to us, who aren't aware of the algorithm updates and things like that. So, like I said before, super annoying to me when people, when you go to a training session and people talk about strategies and workflows and things like that, but they don't actually give you actionable steps to implement in your business. And so you're left kind of thinking like, I don't know what to do now. I don't want you to leave today's webinar feeling that way. So right now we're going to talk about the 5 steps that are going to drive new customers to your business. Now, a little disclaimer about this 5-step process. you're going to set up these 5 steps. You can do it in a day or two. It doesn't take that long to set this up. Maximum 5 days. You can set it up over a 5-day period if you really want to, just spend a little bit of time each day. You set this up one time, and then it runs on autopilot. So you've got a strategy in place that is just day after day, hour after hour, churning in new customers to your business, and you really don't have to think about it. Once it's set up, it just kind of runs on autopilot, driving those new customers to you. So you're not spending, the average small business owner spends about 20 hours a week just on marketing. You don't have that kind of time. You don't need to be working 60 or 80 hours. You've got family, you've got other things to tend to. So I want to show you how to implement a strategy quickly and start seeing results immediately. Start seeing those new customers coming to your store, calling you to schedule appointments or consultations, that sort of thing. So step one in this process is to figure out who your ideal customer is, who's most likely to spend money with your business. And again, we'll go into in-depth on how to implement all these steps in the next slide. Step number 2 is to grab attention. So again, we want to show up in that second spot of the news feed, but we want to do such a great job of grabbing attention that nobody scrolls. We want them to be captivated by what they see in their feeds. Step number 3 is to build the relationship. So businesses are a dime a dozen. You can probably think in 3 seconds of 5 to 10 businesses that offer the exact same things that you do. The way that you're going to edge above those competitors is to build a relationship, and you can do that quickly and easily. I'm going to show you how to do that in step 3. Step 4 is to follow up. So how many times have you been on Facebook scrolling through your newsfeed, you see something really cute or really great, exactly what you need, you think about clicking, but then you get distracted. The phone rings, or your kids yell at you, or one of your employees needs you, something happens, you get distracted, and you never think about that business again. We don't want that to happen to you. You've worked hard to put a marketing strategy into place. You've worked hard to build a relationship. We've got to stay top of mind, making sure people don't forget about you or the products or services that you offer. So in step 4, we're going to talk about following up and staying top of mind. And step 5 is to close the sale. So, a marketing strategy is only as good as the money that it makes for your business. So we want to make sure that all of these steps lead ultimately to a conversion. They lead to a sale. So let's go ahead and dive into step 1, which is to identify your ideal customer and then go out and find them. So, again, we've said 100 times today, there are 1.3 billion Facebook users logging into the platform every single day, checking their news feeds 11 to 15 times a day, but all 1.3 billion of those people aren't your ideal customers. Some are in countries that you don't want to target. Some are, not the gender you want to target. Some just may not be interested in the products or services that you have to offer. So you've got to figure out exactly who you want to target with your content. So the roadblock most small business owners face is they don't know the best place to find and reach new prospective customers. And I'm here to tell you, Facebook and Instagram are where it's at for finding your customers. It is the best, most cost-effective place to find your prospective paying customers. And the reason is that Facebook allows us to target people unlike any other platform, unlike Google AdWords, unlike any type of banner advertising, unlike radio, unlike television. With all of our traditional marketing efforts that we've used as small business owners, we're kind of just like blasting out information and hoping it lands on the right ears. With Facebook knows so much about our behaviors because we're logging in, and it can see what our purchase behaviors are, what our interests are, how we're interacting, if we have kids, what kind of job we have. Facebook has so much information on every single user. We as small business owners can leverage that data and make sure that our posts are getting in front of the right people who have expressed an interest in what we have to offer, people that have shown Facebook that they have the money to purchase the products or services that we offer. So some of the laser targeting options Facebook offers: interests, behaviors, demographics. Guys, you can target people who just had a baby 0 to 3 months ago. You can target people who just got engaged. You can target people who had a birthday this week or have an upcoming birthday. You can target people who recently moved. You can target people who, are the CEO or a decision maker at their organization. With Facebook's laser targeting options, the options are really endless on who you can target and how in-depth you can get. You can target people based on how much money they make, based on what their job title is, how long they've been with a company, what industry they work in, what types of products they purchase. Are they purchasing from Sephora? Are they purchasing from another MLM company? You can target based on a ton of different criteria. You can build custom and lookalike audiences. So you can upload your email list or a list of, people that have expressed an interest in your business, subscribe to your newsletter. You can upload that to Facebook and create what's called a lookalike audience. So Facebook takes the data from your email list and matches those people to their Facebook profiles. It looks at all of, the spending habits, the purchase history, interests, behaviors, that kind of thing of everyone on your email list, and it creates kind of a profile of your ideal customer, and it goes out and matches and finds other Facebook users who are likely to spend money with your business. I mean, that's phenomenal. Like, no other platform advertising service allows you to do that. Behavioral targeting is a really powerful way to target people based on their purchase behaviors. So you can target DIYers, fashionistas, gamers, healthy and fit people, trendy homemakers. The options for behavioral targeting are really endless. Lookalike audiences I actually already talked about. So Facebook works with independent third-party data processors like Datalogix and TransUnion to get information on purchase behaviors, spending habits, demographics, and interests, that sort of thing, so that you can really mine Facebook's user files and find users who are most likely to purchase from you. So what this targeting allows us to do is to only spend money getting our message in front of people who have the means and motivations to buy from us. They have the money and they have the interest in the products or services that we offer. So you can spend $1 a day and get several new customers into your business. No other platform allows you to do that. If you do, newspaper advertising, you're spending a minimum of $100, and you're not getting your message out in front of just people who are interested in the products or services that you offer. Radio, you're going to spend thousands of dollars. Literally, guys, with Facebook, you can spend $1. You can spend $1 in a day and attract new customers to your business. So it offers a really great return on your investment. And I think most importantly to us as small business owners, this is one place we can go to find our new customers. We're not having to master 100 different marketing strategies. This is the one place we can go to find new customers for our business. So David Bronstetter is a customer of ours, and he posted this on our Facebook page. He said, if you go to our page, we just ran a 3-day ad that booked us over 22 jobs for 1 week alone. So in 1 week, or over a 3-day period, he was able to book up an entire week for his automotive shop. So just by using Facebook. So it's absolutely possible, no matter what type of business you have, to leverage Facebook over just a few-day period and book an entire week's worth of clients, or drive hundreds of new clients to your business. Give you a call for a consultation, that schedule an appointment, or come and shop in your brick and mortar, that sort of thing. So step 2 in the process is to grab attention. Now, we know that there's a lot of noise, especially going into the fourth quarter. Tons of noise out on the Facebook and Instagram platforms. We've really got to break through it and make sure our message is being seen. One of those ways is to place a canvas or a full experience type post on Facebook. The other important things are to know who to target, know how to offer value, and really stand out in the newsfeed. So tons of times we see posts and ads that are just kind of showcasing products or services, and that's great. But if you really want to stand out in the newsfeed and get people to engage with you, which is really important, we need them to take the extra second to actually engage with your business if you want to be successful in turning that person into a paying customer. They can't keep scrolling. They need to act right now so they don't get distracted. And the way that we do that is to break through the noise, offer them something of value. So you want to offer something of value absolutely free. A few great ideas of value offers that don't cost you anything and that can really turn a virtual stranger who's seeing you for the first time on Facebook into a paying customer. How-to videos. So we have a customer that owns a women's clothing boutique. She created a how-to video, 5 different ways to tie a scarf. It was a 90-second video. It provided really helpful information that her ideal customers, needed to know. And they watched the video through to completion. They were really engaged with the video, felt good about that relationship, and they opted into an offer and purchased, products from her. So that's a really great thing. PDF cheat sheets, which are great for service-based businesses like realtors. If you own if you're an MLM, ambassador or brand partner, PDF cheat sheets are really great. 10 ways to take your look from day to evening, or 5 things to look for when you are, looking at a house for the first time, or 10 things to do to prepare your house to show, those types of things. PDF cheat sheets are a really powerful way to provide great information and get people to the goal of the how-to video and the PDF cheat sheet is to get people to view you as an expert in your industry and to think, wow, that person knows a lot about something that's important to me. I want to learn more about them. I want to engage with them. So that's the goal of the video and the cheat sheet. Giveaways and discounts are also another really powerful way to start to develop a relationship with people. So, if you own a retail company, you can give a 20% off discount. Something we see with Facebook ads, if you can give a discount of at least 20%, you're going to have a higher conversion rate. People are going to be more likely to actually click on your ad and engage with you. So you at least want to give a 20% discount or more. When you're creating your actual ad, your actual content that you're going to be placing on Facebook, you want to focus on 3 things: emotion, motion, and color. So you're giving away something for free, which is one really great way to start off a relationship with a virtual stranger. But you want to make sure that as they're scrolling through their feed, that your image really pops out and grabs their attention. We just need them to give us a few extra seconds of their time, and they're already going to be invested in learning more about what you have to offer. So 3 things to focus on: emotion, motion, and color. So emotion, you want, to feature someone or something that really evokes a lot of emotion. Color, make sure you're doing something that contrasts with Facebook's blue and white background. So if that's red, orange, green, that sort of thing, something that really pops out against that background. And then the motion element. So it's super easy to be scrolling through that Facebook newsfeed and just to keep on scrolling. What we want to do is to get people to invest an extra millisecond in looking at your ad. So tell me, go ahead and type into the chat, what's the first thing, if you were scrolling through Facebook, what's the first thing that you would lock in on when you saw this ad in your newsfeed? All right, got some people typing in. Perfect. Several of you are saying exactly what I'm thinking. So the eyes. It's human nature to make eye contact. So you're going to make eye contact with the little girl's beautiful blue eyes, and then human nature is to look where she's looking. So you're automatically going to look over at the offer and the sign up button. And so you've spent an extra couple of milliseconds taking a look at this ad. You're going to be infinitely more likely to actually engage with that ad because you've already invested some extra time. You've already been kind of taken in with the colors, and we've controlled the timing of what you're looking at. So the user will see your ad in the newsfeed, look to where the little girl is looking for, and eventually click on that call to action button, which is to sign up to save the $10, no minimum purchase. You can also feature products, but again, you want to make sure you're using those really bright colors. So here's a company called Baby Goes Retro. They're an online clothing boutique for kids. So they put this strategy into place, and over a 7-day period, they generated $2,000 in additional sales and attracted 150 new potential customers to their business just by implementing the strategy that we're talking about right now. So can you imagine over a 7-day period if you had 150 new potential customers signing up for your offer and generating $2,000 in sales just from one simple ad? It's pretty phenomenal and easy to do. She set this up in a few days, and over 7 days, again, generated over $2,000 in sales. Step 3 in this whole process is to start a relationship. So again, we've created an offer that we've captured attention, we've captivated our audience, and so now what we want them to do is actually click on our ad and start a relationship with us. So they've seen our ad, we're offering something free, a PDF cheat sheet, a video, or a discount, that sort of thing. Yes, they want it, so what do they need to do? They need to click on the ad and then give us their first name and email address so that we can send that freebie to them. So whether we need to email them a video, we need to email them a PDF guide, or we need to email them a discount code, we're starting a relationship. We're letting them come to us. So they're saying, yes, I want what you have to offer. Let me give you my information. So they're giving us permission to actually approach them about marketing our business. So what we need to do is create an email collector form. A couple of things to keep in mind when you're creating an email collector form: you don't want to ask for too much information. All you really need is the first name and the email address. So that's all you want to ask for. You want to make sure that your ad and your landing page are congruent. So here's a landing page we created for Dr. Michaela Sarno. She is a celebrity life coach. So her ad said, "Are you ready for a change?" and you can opt in to receive a video series about how to change and how to change your mindset to achieve better results in your life and in your business, that sort of thing. So her ad said, "Are you ready for a change?" When the user clicked on the ad, they came to this email collector form that reiterated the same topic. Are you ready for a change? So the person knew they were in the right place. They knew that they didn't click on something and they weren't getting something different. It really creates a sense of security and lets people feel comfortable giving you their name and email address. So don't ask for too much information and make sure your messaging is congruent. So you can also create another option would be to link your ad directly to Messenger. So when a user interacts with you, they receive a message directly from you in their Facebook messages. So you've got a couple of different options there. You can create that landing page, or you can set up ads directly in Messenger. I'm going to always recommend that you go with the first option so that you have an actual email address that you can market to in the future, so that we can do step number 4, which is to nurture. So with Messenger, you would have to kind of manually follow up with each individual subscriber. If you create an email landing page, collect the email address, you can communicate with all of your subscribers on autopilot, which is really the key to this whole strategy. We don't want to be manually doing marketing going forward. We want to set up this strategy one time and have it just run for us, delivering new customers for us without us even having to think about it. So the benefits of auto responders, auto nurturing, is 85% of in-store shoppers don't purchase on their first visit. 98% of online shoppers don't purchase on their first visit. So it's likely that someone's going to see your ad on Facebook, click on it, opt in, visit your website, but they're not quite ready to pull the trigger, not quite ready to pull out that wallet. So we've got to do something to make those people enthusiastic and ready to purchase from us quickly, because I know you want to see immediate results with this strategy. So you want to build that meaningful relationship and close the sale. The nurturing is how you're going to close sales at higher rates. How many times have you done something, on social media or radio or television or whatever kind of advertising, and you get people to express an interest, but it doesn't actually turn into sales? For that matter, how many times have you boosted posts, people have engaged with your post but never actually purchased from you? Setting up this nurturing sequence allows you to close sales at higher rates, and it keeps you top of mind. People don't forget about you. It also allows you to build momentum. So a virtual stranger hears about you, sees you for the first time on Facebook. They start getting nurturing emails from you. They're having this great relationship built with you. They come to your store. They give you a call to schedule an appointment or hear about the services that you offer. They have a really great experience from the very beginning. You never get a chance to redo your first impression. So you're giving your ideal customers a really great first look at the level of service that you offer. They're getting a full service experience here. You're not just going away and they never hear from you again. You're following up with them. You're staying top of mind. So they have a really great perspective. They have a really great feeling about your business. So what are they going to do? They're going to share with their family and friends about their experience. And so this allows you to build momentum. You're getting new contacts, new referrals for absolutely free, just because you've done something really simple, which is to follow up and build a relationship with a prospective customer. Step number 5, of course, is to close the sale. So, a virtual stranger has seen your ad for the very first time on Facebook. They've opted in to receive your freebie offer. They've received the freebie. Then they're starting to get messages from you that just explain a little bit more about what you have to offer and really get them excited about purchasing from you. Consumers that receive a follow-up message are more likely to purchase from you on their first visit. Let me share with you just some statistics from Shanda. She's one of our customers as well. She said, "My current ad has been running for 7 days. As you can see," and she attached a photo, "the engagement results in this photo. The ad itself has received over 37,000 likes and converted over $14,500 in sales over 7 days. So, absolutely achievable when you have a nurturing sequence in place to achieve, Baby Goes Retro, $2,000 over 1 week. Shanda was able to achieve $14,500 in sales in just 1 week. So let's take a look at what this strategy looks like from start to finish. I know we're getting close to that hour mark. So someone's going to see your ad on Facebook for the very first time, showing up high in that second spot. They're going to click on the ad. They're going to come to your landing page where they can give you their first name and email address. So they submit all that information. Then you send them the email where you deliver the freebie, whether it's the discount code, the PDF cheat sheet, or the video, whatever it is, you deliver that to them. Then you follow up. And the follow-up is really what is going to determine your conversion rate. So how many people are actually purchasing from you. That's how you can stand above your competitors and big box stores